Hello everyone, this is Anita and today we are going to discuss about how the state government works. In this lesson, we will discuss about the state legislature, the state executive, the governor, chief minister, council of ministers. Before starting the lesson, I want to tell that this is really very difficult for me to record a class without students, without interaction with the students. But I will try. Maybe this question will come in your mind. Why do we need 3 levels of the government? Is one level is not enough for us? Is central government is not enough? So your answer is because our country India is a very huge country with 28 states, area wise at 7th number in the world. So for the smooth functioning of the country, according to our constitution, we need state government. The state government is responsible for good governance of the people of the state. The state government manages the affairs of the state at 3 levels: legislative, executive, and administrative. First of all, we will learn about the state legislature. Do you know where is your legislative assembly? आपकी विधान सभा कहाँ पर स्थित है? विधान परिषद? Don't know? Maybe some of you are familiar with these words: legislative assembly and legislative council. Yes, in a state government, a state which have only one house, that is known as unicameral legislature. Lower house is known as legislative assembly, Vidhan Sabha. So, lower house, Vidhan Sabha. Some states have only one house, lower house, only legislative assembly, and these states are known as unicameral legislature. A state which have two houses in a state government, lower house and upper house, legislative assembly plus legislative council, both houses in one state, that state legislature known as bicameral legislature. Upper house known as legislative council, lower house legislative assembly, Vidhan Sabha, Vidhan Parishad. In this map of India, you can see the unicameral legislature states having unicameral legislature. And in this map, you can see the states having bicameral legislature. Only Uttar Pradesh, Andhra Pradesh, Telangana, Maharashtra, Karnataka have a bicameral legislature. Jammu Kashmir, as you know, after the removal of Article 317 August 2019, is a union territory. So now only these states, Uttar Pradesh, Bihar, Maharashtra, Karnataka, Andhra Pradesh, Telangana, these states have a bicameral legislature. For administrative purpose, every state is divided into small areas called constituencies, which is a specified area covering one or more districts. Each such constituency has an elected representative who is a member of the legislative assembly. Means in every state there are so many constituencies. For example, in Karnataka there are 224 seats, means 224 constituencies. This state divided into small areas, specific areas, and from each area, each constituency, there will be an elected representative and he is known as MLA, Member of Legislative Assembly. To know more about your state government and constituencies, you can visit your state's official website, state government official website. If you are from Karnataka, Rajasthan, Gujarat, you should visit your state's official website. Now we will discuss how is government formed in state. After elections of Legislative Assembly, the political party whose MLAs won more than half the numbers of constituencies in a state is said to be in a majority and has the first right to form the government of the state. For example, suppose in Rajasthan there are 200 constituencies, means 200 seats. If a single political party will won more than 100 seats, 100 plus, means that political party is in majority and that party MLAs will form the government. I hope you understood. Now, we have seen sometimes a single political party do not get the majority. That time when no single party gets a majority and two or more political parties join to form a government, it is called a coalition government. So what is coalition government? When no single party have a clear majority, means more than half numbers of seats, different parties may join together to form a coalition government. Last Kumaraswamy government in Karnataka, when JDS and Congress joined together to form the government, that government was coalition government. Example of coalition government. And the leader of majority party is appointed as the chief minister by the governor. As we know, chief minister is appointed by the governor and chief minister is the leader of majority party. So what are the eligibility to become chief minister? He must be citizen of India, 25 years of age and should be a member of either house of state legislature, either legislative council or legislative assembly. Chief minister. So, council of minister, chief minister holds the collective responsibility. We will find out what is the meaning of collective responsibility also after the lesson. Collective responsibility along with council of minister at the state level. Chief minister. Chief minister is the real head of the state. We know constitutional of the state is governor and real head of a state is chief minister. And he and she advise the governor on the selection of the council of ministers and size of his cabinet. कैबिनेट मिनिस्टर्स का साइज और मिनिस्टर्स को कौन कौन उसके कैबिनेट में मिनिस्टर्स होंगे एडवाइज करता है गवर्नर को चीफ मिनिस्टर. नाउ वी विल डिस्कस power and functions of chief minister, or in other words, how do some MLAs become ministers? What are the functions done by CM, chief minister? So the chief minister is the leader of legislative assembly of the state. He is the leader of Vidhan Sabha of majority party, the ruling party. He selects the ministers in the council of ministers. As the head of council, he allots the portfolios or departments to them. The CM is the main link between the governor and the state cabinet. Generally, the governor exercises all his functions on the advice of the chief minister. The governor exercises all his functions on the advice of chief minister. It is his duty, chief minister's duty, to communicate to the governor all decisions of council of ministers. As the chief spokesman of the state government, all important announcement on behalf of government is made by him. The policies and working of the different ministries are monitored and coordinated by him. He summons and presides over meetings of the Council of Ministers. The governor appoints or dismisses other ministers on his advice. The chief minister allocates or reallocates portfolios among the ministers. Sole channel of communication between his ministers and legislature. He remains responsible to the Legislative Assembly for acts performed by the State Council of Ministers. It is the Chief Minister resigns, the entire Council of Ministers is bound to resign. If Chief Minister will give his resign, the entire Council of Ministers is bound to resign. Collective responsibility. So, after the elections, the party which obtained majority is an assembly is called the ruling party, and the second majority party is opposition party. The members elects their leaders who becomes the chief minister, and the governor then appoints the chief minister. The chief minister selects some other members as ministers from his party or supporters. The governor appoints them as minister. So the MLAs from ruling party can become the ministers when CM will advise to the governor to appoint them as ministers. Now we will discuss about the role of media in a state government or in any government. So, media works as a link between the government and the electorate in which the conveys masses about the work of government. This is the media which tell us about the work of ministers, the work of government. And we know what is media. We discussed in political lesson, newspapers, TV, radio, etc. Since media has a far and wide reach, it acts a medium to portray to various policies and performance of the government to the people. Ministers and representatives hold conference or make press release to connect with the people they represent. Information of new policies made by the government are circulated through various media channels to reach people wide and far. Through media only we can know what are our government doing, what are the policies, what are the programs, what are the actions taken by our government. So media is very important in the government. Media has very important role. So what is press conference? It is conference where media representatives are invited and given detail of actions, policies and views of the government on any specific aspect. The media persons are allowed to interact, question on the issue and report it in media for the information of the public. Press conference. Similarly, opposition parties reach out to the people in different forms to convey their views on policies and performance of the ruling party. They do this through press conference, media debates, etc. Other forms of the opposition are public rallies, public debates, protest marches, etc. So, in this lesson, we discussed about how the state government works, what is legislative assembly, governor, powers of chief minister. So don't be confused. What is ruling party? The party which gets maximum number of seats. A political party whose MLAs won more than half the numbers of constituencies in the state get majority. And this political party is called ruling party. Present time BJP in central government and in Karnataka government also BJP is the ruling party. All other members, all other MLAs are called opposition. Okay, thank you.